Ballymun Job Centre was established in 1986 as a community response to a chronic unemployment situation in the local Ballymun area. Over the last number of years, the Ballymun Job Centre has changed to work with the environment and as a response to effectively addressing the needs of the community. The Invest2 project is run as one of our special projects in the Ballymun Job Centre. Because the Job Centre was coordinating the project, it's the JP Morgan funded project, and we just thought it would be interesting to have a look at our own service providing the work experience, because during COVID-19 we found it more difficult to go out and ask employers to allow our clients access to our organisations to gain work experience.
The target group of people for the Invest2 programme is really anybody who has an interest in learning more about ICT, gaining new skills, and who wants to learn more about apprenticeship opportunities, employment opportunities, or further education programmes.
So the important factors we feel for people coming on work experience to the Job Centre and pre-apprenticeship programmes is that the work that they take on board has to be real valuable work. It has to address their needs as individuals as well as the organisation needs. So that adds a real value sense to the work that they carry out.
We put together a programme that we thought would give the learner the best possible outcome. So included in that would be communications module, which is a QQI Level 5 minor award. We also included 2 modules of ICDL, which is hugely popular, hugely well known out there at the moment. And both of these married together, we felt would give the learners the best possible outcomes, with qualification that is recognised and the communications module to help them going forward when they're looking for work.
We have a very extensive recruitment campaign that we do review after every programme has commenced. We have various partners that we work with to promote the programme. We have great relationships with the Department of Social Protection. We also advertise internally with our own guidance and mediation staff. We hold online campaigns with the likes of jobalert.ie, and we also advertise on the social media platform with the INOU.
I first found out about Invest2 through Ronan in the job centre. He, during our initial introduction, brought up the Invest2 programme as something I might be interested in. Before I came to the Invest2 programme, I was unemployed, looking for some form of employment or a course that might help me brush up on my skills.
It's a part-time programme, so on Mondays and Tuesdays the class come in from 9 to 1, and we bring in an SME, which is a subject matter expert in communications, and communications is delivered on Mondays and Tuesdays. On Wednesdays and Thursdays we continue on with word processing and online essentials, which is the IT. So the 2 items marry together. So for example, what I mean is in communications they would have to do reports, research, and the ability to do that they get with the ICT skills, which are delivered on the Wednesday and the Thursday. So the 2 work extremely well together.
I achieved my ICDL certificate and a certificate in communications.
Pre-apprenticeship programmes like Invest2 are very important for people, to give them an opportunity to explore other areas of work that they may not have thought of in the past. It also provides them with a great opportunity to network and to actually get to speak to people who are working in the ICT sector face to face.
It also, again, helped me to figure out what a workplace would be like and the expectations.
So they would be given projects to work on where there's a time scale there. They'll be given input, they'll be given demonstrations as to how they would complete that.
For example, the clients that come onto the work experience programme from the Invest2 project for the Job Centre carried out software testing on one of our European project tools. So this allowed them to understand the work of the Job Centre from a European perspective, which they really enjoyed.
A lot of the project work would be an awful lot of research. For example, they might be asked to produce a project on GDPR, employment legislation as it stands at the moment. There's a lot of work in that. So they would work on that probably in the classroom in the morning, and then they might work at home. There'll be continued assessment on that, and then there'll be a time when they have to that has to be submitted.
Some of the real value that was added to that work experience was the end user is the job seeker, and it was the job seekers that were testing the tool. So added great value to that.
We have very good networks with employers and very good working relationships with them, so we do call on them to support the programme. They're always willing to give presentations, to carry out mock interviews, and also just to offer advice and support to the participants.
Also included would be the production of a portfolio for each learner. So again, anything that they would produce throughout the programme that demonstrates their knowledge and their learning, we would include in that portfolio. And that's a very handy thing to have to give to employers to say, look, here, there's an example of what I can do.
We have an Invest2 advisory board, and their main goal is to advise us on current employment trends or any changes in the education sector. We also receive great support from JP Morgan here in the Dublin office. We have 2 project champions that actually meet with the participants, and they also arrange for them to have mock interviews with JP Morgan staff as well.
We bring in tutors from all our big programs, network, software developer, multimedia, graphics, to give input to the learners. They can have one-to-ones with them, and that helps them make decisions as well.
So the main thing I'd say to other young people about the pre-apprenticeship programs is that they're a great way of, again, networking with other people. It's also a great way of learning a skill that maybe you didn't already have, or something that you didn't know could be applied to the field that you're interested in.
The outcomes of the programme to date have been very successful. All of our participants have received certification in the areas of ICT skills assessment with the ICDL, and also Communications Level 5 certification. The areas that they've progressed onto would be the likes of network traineeship programs and also software development. Some graduates have moved into employment, and some are also looking at multimedia programs as well.
It's also a great way of just meeting people who are similarly minded, who have the same interests as yourself.
We monitor the success of the programme by the accreditation achieved by the participants, also by the retention of the participants on the programme. We also are carrying out an external SROI evaluation.
I would encourage other employers to get involved in pre-apprenticeship programmes to give the organisation an opportunity to allow their staff to mentor other people looking for employment in the sector that they're working in, but also to take on board the value that the pre-apprenticeship people have, to allow them to actually be involved in meetings with the staff, to allow them to do the valuable work of the organisation and take on board what they're saying, their experience, as it enhances the quality of the work that the organisation is providing.